Welcome to Fans React, and I'm going to be talking about the game at the weekend against Bristol Rovers. Now, for Sunderland, the last two games we won 2-0 against Accrington Stanley, then we drew 1-1 against Lincoln. So, I'm going to talk about the game against Accrington first because I didn't do a preview last week. Now, first half it was scrappy, we didn't really do much in the first half. Fair play to them. There were one or two chances for them, but they didn't finish them chances. And yeah, it went to halftime goalless. But coming on to the second half, Stewart came on and he changed the game. They just couldn't deal with him, and obviously he was tall and he was winning. The ball in the air. I thought he was excellent in that second half, and then he scored, and obviously that was good to see him scoring on his debut. And yeah, and then when we went 1-0 up, we controlled the game, and then White scored. White didn't really do much, but that if he scored in, then we can't really say much, can we? And yeah, we won 2-0, clean sheet away from home. That was not to like. That all played well that game. I thought Vorkins played very well, and that was good to see him start. I thought Winchester excellent again. Gucci was okay. He was all. With Gucci, he's a very frustrating player, and when you see him play, you're thinking, "Come on, that you're better than this." But that he didn't really play that bad. I thought Sanderson was good, and we got a clean sheet. So now talking about the game against Lincoln. Now, first half, we controlled the first half, but we didn't really create much. There was one shot from Grant, that was about it. But it was a final ball that was lacking, and well, we got the goal through a very unlikely goal scorer, McFadzean. That was a good ball in by Power, and a great goal from him, and it was good to see him score. Last few games he's been playing very well. I know fans don't rate McFadzean, but that if he's putting them performances in, then you can't really say much, can you? So obviously that was good to see him score. And then I thought, come on, go for the second. But in the second half, we looked poor, we looked leggy, we looked tired. Obviously that you can say that it was fair play to Lincoln because they played very well in that second half, but we just couldn't get to grips with them, and they scored the goal. Now for their goal, there's so many fans that are blaming Luke O'Nien. For me, I thought it was clever from their player. If you see the goal back again, when the ball came to their player, yeah, he basically that he fooled Luke O'Nien because he thought that obviously that Luke thought he was going this way, but that the player went the other way. I thought that was clever, and obviously it was a good finish. And they looked very threatening, and I thought that Bird played excellent. Last 6-7 games he's been brilliant, and I hope he keeps this up because he's been playing very well. And there was one or two great saves that he made, and we could have lost that game easily because we didn't play well second half. We were terrible. And obviously seeing that Peterborough, they drew, Hull drew, Doncaster, these teams that are, at top six. But obviously as Sunderland, we know that they don't make things very, very easy for themselves. And yeah, we drew, and to me, that's 2 points dropped. And yeah, now talking about the game against Rovers now. They're not doing that great in the league. In the last 5-6 games, they have only won once. But to me, I think they will stay up. Yes, I know Barton's at the helm, but I just think they will stay up. Obviously, like there's Burton around there, Wimbledon, Gillingham, all these teams that are around them places in the table. But it's gonna be a tough game, and we've beaten like Burton, Fleetwood. We finally beat them. Portsmouth. We finally won at Wembley. Now can we finally win against Barton? I mean, we've got to win, so we've got to go there. Don't think about Barton. We've got to just play it as this like it is a game, not play because we're playing against that twat Barton. But they've got some good players. They've got Grant Westbrook. He's a very good player. Leia, I think that is the how you say his name. And they've got Brandon Hanlon, who's a very good player, and he is a big danger. So what do I think that the team will be for us? I think it'll be Lee Burge in goal. Now I think it'll be a back four. I think it'll be a 4-2-3-1. But I'm not sure when it comes to the weekend. It'll be Sanderson and Luke O'Nien, and then on the wings, on right back and left back, it'll be McFadzean and Conor McLaughlin. Now Vokins, he played well against Burton, but I mean that I would like to see Vokins start, but I don't think he will start against Rovers. Now, obviously Grant, he didn't really play well against Lincoln. I thought about 50, slowly after the second half, I thought that Grant, he should have came off because they were like pacey wingers that were threatening, and we just couldn't contain them. So for me, I think that Grant should be on the bench and play Power and Winchester. And then it'll be Geeds. Now that I would start Diamond. I know he didn't really play well in that first half against Accrington, but I mean, he's direct, and I think if we start him, he could get at them. And they do concede goals, do Rovers. So yeah, start Diamond. Now Gooch and Wyke up top. Now what do I think that the score will be? First I thought it'll be like a low-key game. We will nick it, but I think we will win 2-1. It's going to be a tough game. Hopefully we finally win against Barton. I mean that would be good to see us going there and getting a 3-4-0 win. And just to shut Barton up, because even when we played against Fleetwood, that he got his players fired up, and we just couldn't obviously play like the way we normally play. Yeah, but obviously that I think it'll be 2-1 Sunderland. It's going to be a tough game, but we need to win. We've got about 10 games left, I think, so we need to win now. But it's going to be tough, but obviously if we perform well, then we'll get 3 points, hopefully. So yeah, that if you're seeing this and that you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I think we're about 250 away from 1,000. So come on, lads, just click the subscribe button, because that would be great to get to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, so subscribe to the channel, and hopefully Sunderland win against Barton finally, and that you take care.